I'd like to talk to Hornet, pronouncer it's from Germany. Hi, Hornet. Good to talk to you again.
Hi. I also say hi to Shade Wolf. Hi. Nice to talk to you.
So you had a question about pride.
I have two questions.
Mm-hmm.
I have two questions actually. Mm-hmm. Originally, I even had three, but I kind of forgot about the third one. The first question is possibly something that has been asked before, but I wouldn't know about it because I couldn't look it up really quick before the lines opened. That was, how do you guys feel about the whole kind of controversial discussion about whether kink is appropriate at Pride or not? Because I myself am a little bit unsure about it, and I don't know entirely.
Well, if it informs your thoughts at all, I'll say it's not so much a controversy as it is a intentional media smear campaign invented by a bunch of dickheads hanging out together in some of the dark corners of the internet. Not to cut the conversation short, I'll definitely let Shade and Puck respond in their own way, but I'll simply say that this has never been an issue until somebody decided that, ooh, what a great way to really fuck up Pride and to create a bunch of drama and commotion by making it seem as if by allowing kink in Pride spaces that we were going to like alienate or offend children. And then that talking point got sort of amplified and sort of started a pseudo controversy. But I honestly don't believe that anybody has ever been meaningfully hurt by the so-called problem that was suddenly looked to be solved over this summer. And to me, it's a whole bunch of silliness. But Puck and Shade, would y'all like to weigh in on that at all?
I've actually never been to a Pride. This is I'm admitting my failing right now. So anything you're talking about, like, yeah, Christy, I followed a little bit of that, and how a lot of the questions about what's appropriate at Pride has to do more with misconceptions about what's going on than what's actually going on. But Shade's going to be the real expert here, so I'm going to turn the camera right over to.
Yeah, it was mostly a question for her. So
yeah, absolutely, Shade. What do you got?
So I don't know if I'd be the expert on Pride, but when it comes to just like pet play in general, it's considered a kink, and if pets are allowed at Pride, so I don't understand why there'd be an issue there, because that's still a form of kink. I think it's the same misconception about whatever people think is happening at Pride and how people behave versus what's actually going on at Pride.
Yeah, because I actually I've been to only one Pride in my life before, and I personally didn't see anyone who was like wearing anything or behaving in any way that I personally would associate to kinks in some way. But I've heard a lot of people putting pet play like at the forefront for the most part, because some people like to wear their puppy gear at Pride, which I personally don't find all that offensive. And it's not like they have a full-ass scene going on there. But at the same time, I also kind of can understand people being like, yeah, they are a little bit concerned with the appropriate environment for like young kids that are attempting Pride and stuff. And I'm not entirely sure, because I personally I'm going to be real, I don't know a lot of history. I'm not that smart in terms of history, but
the real quick primer is to say that the first Pride parade. Yeah, I'm sorry to speak over you, Hornet, but I'll just say your very, very quick and dirty introduction to the history of Pride is that the first Pride parade was a riot. Stonewall was a riot. This was never intended to be a just gentle, cute kind of space. Obviously, our relationship culturally as a country and as a world, our relationship with homosexuality has changed dramatically since Marsha P. Johnson was throwing bricks and these kinds of things. But I do think that this is a fake controversy. There is not a huge problem of parents taking young children to pride parades and then men in leather gear acting out these like graphic sexual scenes and creating this like completely unfamily friendly environment. That just isn't happening. Sure, there are different types of appropriateness, and pride is a big word that covers a lot of different things. The example I like to use, like myself, growing up with a lot of family from Louisiana and participating in Mardi Gras, there are the Mardi Gras parades at 9 a.m. that are completely family friendly. It's a huge event in Brazil as well as in America surrounding Lent, the season of Lent in the Catholic calendar. But just to say, it's totally common and acceptable for there to be a family friendly type event, and also for there to be a like late night bacchanali and dirty, sexy, fun kind of event. And those two things are separate, and they always have been. The idea that somebody just simply wearing their leather gear to a pride parade is somehow problematic is silly on its face. And this is a talking point that has been intentionally generated to divide our community. And frankly, I really resent it. Hornet, I appreciate you asking the question very much. I appreciate your curiosity and your eagerness to be on the right side of things here. But I want to suggest to you that you and so many other people are asking that question because of an intentional misinformation campaign. And that is incredibly aggravating to me.
I understand that completely, but that is exactly why I was calling in, because I personally don't know a lot of context. So I wanted to be sure I had multiple sources to gain my information from, because I personally really hate the idea of being in an echo chamber. And because I know that the internet is full of bullshit, I thought I might as well ask into sexuality, since there's usually someone who knows more about it than I do. But that's actually
the Kink community has always been welcome at Pride and should always be welcome at Pride. And I suppose I'll leave my thoughts there.
Okay, well, good.
Thank you, Hornet, for calling again.
Had another...
we have time very quickly, very quick.
I also had another question for the two pet play experts here, because I'm kind of interested in pet play myself. I just don't know a lot about it either. And that is, more exotic kinds of pets also represented in that community? Like, do people also stick to more exotic animals?
It is whatever you would like to make it out to be. And even if you want to play a traditional kitten but take it to a different place, it's what you want to turn it into, and it's what you and your partner want to turn it into. There's no right or wrong. There's no you have to be a certain way to be a certain animal. There's no you have to be a certain animal. Make something up. It doesn't really matter. Find where you find the happiness, find what speaks to you, and then scream it out loud. So, Shade, what's your take on that?
I completely agree. You can go as far with it as you want, exotic as you want. You want to be a kitten, but you want to be an ocelot, which is a tiny, cute little leopard kitten. Go do that. You want to be unicorn, be unicorn. I know someone who's a shark. It's go as far out as you want. It's whatever you align with.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling again. Keep engaging with us, Hornet.
No problem, and I will love to do that. I speak to you next week.
Have a good night.
Bye.
You take care.